tomorrow night we're closing down the coffee shop and we're gonna get into it.
We are.
Let me
We
see.
are. I and to forewarn you guys, everyone out there, um, this is going to be an evolution as itself, like I do with everything else. This will become what it needs to become. We have some guardrails put in there so we can put out hopefully content that is meaningful and
Yeah.
speaks to you. Um, but it also needs to be an evolutionary project.
I have a crazy question for you. It's not that crazy.
Sure.
Do you really need to open yourself up to more people just lobbing at you? You know, the Luna Bar, you get your complaints. The being in public, being in a public race, you get your fair share of comments. Are you ready for this too?
Yeah,
Okay.
I am. I find there's. Oh God, this is a very. This is what I'm very privileged to have.
Okay.
Those people who are like certain city commissioners and certain demographics who are always just going to be mean.
Yes.
My brain does not register them.
That's nice.
It does this. Good for you. And I see
Okay.
them as ridiculous.
Good for you.
And they, yes. I wish that's one of the things I want to dive into. I think if you want to get psychological about it, I think as a child, that became a defense mechanism, but it's really done well for me where I could give two shits about that.
What somebody thinks. I know
But
we
there are
should all.
some,
I mean, we should all feel that way, right?
yeah,
I'm super good with like somebody I don't know, some troll that goes and sees something. This sucks. Blah, blah, blah. It's like, well, you clearly didn't even watch the
Yeah.
thing. That's easy.
but there are some people who come in criticizing, and then it breaks down to maybe sometimes that criticizing is good. Like
No, I'll
sometimes
take
they
the
have
good stuff. Yes.
yeah, sometimes they're criticizing, and that can open up for a conversation.
Yes.
I
had some
do-
great in-person criticism
Yeah.
from one of my friends at the Keller Geist at the open mic night right after I did my show. He was saying, "Hey, if you feel that way, then you should do something about it." I go, "I'm trying to." It's like there's good discourse, and there's people that I know watching that do care.
Yeah.
But I also had somebody this week, somebody I've known since church camp, by the way, and came in and like said that like just the meanest stuff. And then I gave an explanation, and then it was very dismissive. Fine, do better. Goodbye. And
Yeah.
I'm like, you're blocked.
Yeah.
Like you've known me. You know what I mean? Like that.
Yeah.
You don't get to just be an
No.
asshole. You could say, hey, I don't like this stuff. I don't
You
like
don't.
I don't like how this is doing this. Is there a way you could do this?
Yeah.
And I'm reaching out to you with kindness and blah, 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 because we have known each other for 45 years, or just because I'm a decent person.
Yeah.
Some of the
there's-
meanest stuff has been the people I know.
Well, yeah, and there's the whole thing behind that too.
Yeah.
There's going to be I'm able to be meaner to my siblings than I am to a friend than I am to a stranger. Um,
Right. The
But-
family gets the real,
oh man.
the real jerkholes. Yeah.
But there is also sometimes like when someone who shouldn't upset me does upset me,
There's
that is
something.
something
Yep.
for me to look at.
Me too. I agree with that.
And I'm like, there's something bothering me about this, and one of the things we'll be talking about is internal and external center of locus, and how like it's not them that's actually bothering me. There's something they triggered in me,
Yes.
and that's worth looking at. And as someone who once I found out that my triggers were something for me to discover about me, my world wildly changed. Also on that side note though, my first therapist I ever had, I was 19 years old, and
Ooh.
2001, 2002, forever ago.
Nice.
And so keep in mind the time frame, because the people I felt the safest with, and was my trans friends and family. And it's after being with that for a couple years, by the time I turned 20, I found out that it's because, for the same reason why trans people have the best style and they have some of the best art, the clothing industry has ripped off their culture for years.
Yeah.
what it came down to is they deconstructed and they are who they are.
Right.
And
Right.
there's like
Because
this
who else would
open
go through that?
open the world wide up. So I had she's no longer with us, but I had a really close trans friend in the early 2000s who said that to me. Hey, dipshit, if something's triggering you, that's something about you and nobody else. Figure it out. And that was the best advice I think I'd ever got. And then I carried that to my therapist, and I was like,
I wish I would have gotten it that early.
yeah,
Good for you.
yeah, thank
Must
you.
Must be nice. Sitting there over on your privilege. I don't know.
No, I mean, that then triggered a lot of work, because there's certain things that I don't know that trigger me till they do. And sometimes it's people who I thought wouldn't upset me, and they
Right.
upset me.
Right. Or just the expectation you have of the people in your life.
Yeah.
Right. And we're never accurate,
No.
you know.
No. I'm full of catchphrases tonight. It's that whole progress, not perfection.
Yeah.
And I grew up in a world where perfection was the goal, not the progress.
I always every one of these questions I have you've already answered.
Oh,
Like
good.
one of them was, when was the last time somebody genuinely changed your mind? You told me an early one.
Yeah.
What's recent? Was it yesterday when you were talking about something happening to you?
Yes. I mean, that was,
I know you can't talk. Clearly,
I
you would
can't
you would
talk
give
about
me
it.
the example
And
if you
actually,
could.
I plan on having this person on the podcast at some point
So then we will
because
talk
of
about it.
yesterday,
Yeah.
because it was a mind blowing moment